Hello everyone, it's Larika here. I have something really special today. I am a bit messy. My room is a bit messy. I'm busy with a new project, so excuse the mess, but I just couldn't contain myself. Um, there's, there's, it's this book that I've wanted for ages, like literally ages. It's been on my wish list, and I finally got it, and it is kind of like a, can I call it an annotated, is probably the closest word I can find, version of Persuasion by Jane Austen. And yeah, I, I love this. I mean, I love Persuasion. I've read this book so many times and absolutely loved it, loved the story. But when I saw this book, I saw that they have this woman, I actually bought Little Women as well. That's also in this series. And so she did was she took letters and maps and articles from that time, and then she puts them inside the book. You can see it's like almost like handmade, so that you have an interactive experience with this book. So I'm going to show you some of it. This is the opening bit. I'm going to move around. My camera moves to find my face, so when I put the book in front, then it might be a bit wobbly from time to time. So um, the papers and letters inside comes in this kind of plastic folder. I've taken it out so that it's easier to get out while I show you. But it's usually, it sits in this folder here. So the first one, Sir Walter always likes to read, I think it's called is it the Baronetage or something like that? I don't know what the word is. Let me just put something on so I can keep my place here. So he likes to read that book. It says it's his favorite book, right? It's about his history of his family and where they sit in the whole scheme of things. And he made a note who he is with some extra dates and things like that. So so this is what was in this book that he always read about his history and where his family sits in the tree. And then he was a little bit proud, right? And he just made some notes in there as well from himself, of his own. So that is one. It's just so cool. And then the second one piece, I mean, I can tell you, when this book finally arrived, or the other day in the mailbox, I was so excited that I was shaking when I opened it up. I was literally shaking. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep things even here. Very, very, very dear mekaar, as we say in Afrikaans, a little bit all over the place. Okay. So then the first, the other thing, the other piece of information that's in here is, I think it's something that Anne Elliot read a lot, and it's about the Navy's information about the Navy, like which ships have been captured, because there was kind of like a war going on, and a list of the Royal Navy with all the ships as well, and ships that they've been captured, and some of the losses that happened during the war. So she keeps a very close eye on this, of course, because Captain Wentworth is in the Navy. So she wants to see how he's doing in her own way. So that is Anne. And then Anne went to join her father and sister in Bath, right? So this is the map of Bath while Anne was living there, and it has like references of where things are. Such a beautiful city. I love Bath so much. Oh, I've been there a few times. I really love that city. And here's the map. Okay, I hope you can see it. Oh, it's so cool. Yes, Camden Place is where she stayed. They stayed, right? So, oh, it's perfect. Okay, and then in there as well is some newspaper, a page from a newspaper about things going on in Bath at the time and how things are going. So there's that. And then there's a couple of letters from Mary to Anne Elliot. I'm not going to open them now, but it's folded. It's folded nicely, and it has that little round thingy at the back, like like when they in the old days they put that wax thingy on. So they don't have the wax thingy, but it has like the color of the circle, folded in the traditional way, and it was delivered by hand. These ones by hand delivered. There's another letter. Oh no, wait, I missed it. Firstly, there is this the concert that Anne invited Captain Wentworth to, and you have the whole I keep on voting, but you have the concert program here. Wednesday, February 22nd, 1815, in Bath, in the upper assembly rooms, under the direction of Mr. Ashe, and it's vocal and instrumental music. I don't want to say too much, but I also giving away lots, I guess, because it's hard to show these without telling the story of it. There's also these little cards. So they had, this is what this lady wrote in the back of the book, that in the past they, of course, we often read in these old novels that they had these visiting cards, like, at home cards, so that people, you don't just arrive at somebody's house. It's like they are at home or they're not at home. Even if they're at home, they can say they're not at home to the staff so that they don't let everybody in. So if you have a card, you can come in. So here's a couple cards, or here are a couple of cards from Miss Elliot, who's Anne, and she made a card for Captain Wentworth to say she will be at home on Saturday the 25th of February at Camden Place. And there's another card to the Mrs. Musgrove and Miss Henrietta Musgrove. And finally, one for Mr. and Mrs. Charles Musgrove, that she will also be home on Saturday the 25th of February to them. And it's like handwritten, that so it's printed cards, but then she does the handwriting herself, and to show she will be at home or not. And you can see that it's individually written, so the times is the same time, but the way she writes the time is a little different. So, it's so cool, right? It's like giving you a bit of a history together with the novel. And then the final one is Captain Wentworth's love letter to Anne, if you can call it a love letter, right? It's the most romantic letter in literature history. So you open it up, and she wrote about the woman wrote at the end of this book that she was contemplating how was she going to write this letter, because she wanted it, because it's such, it's such a famous letter, that she wanted to write it very elaborate font and paper. And then she decided, no, she's not going to do that, because when Wentworth wrote this letter, he was very emotional and he was very worked up and he just rushed it. So she made sure that she wrote it, that it looked like that. It wasn't a letter that was written with care and precision. So she made sure she wrote the letter like that. And she didn't, it didn't even say to Anne Elliot at the top. He just started it. I can listen no longer in silence. Okay, so that is all the inserts. And then you just, like the classic closing of the letter. I mean, isn't it a fantastic time? I mean, look at that. Oh, it's just Miss A.E. when he left it there for her on the table. Oh, wow. I just love this. I absolutely love this book. So it's so recommended. And like I said, I have the Little Women one as well. So I will, at some point, maybe next year, I read that book. I fit it in somewhere and together with all the little inserts. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. It's just so cool. Yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful book. So thanks for watching. And again, excuse the mess behind me there. I'm busy with the art project. So yeah. Okay. Have a wonderful day and I will speak to you soon. Bye.